Here is bonsai number 2. This is the front, and this is its lovely movement. And we are going to do some major pruning to this guy. We're going to take this here guy off completely down to the trunk so that we don't get inverse taper, which is where it will bulbous out here and become very big and bulgy and not very desirable for a bonsai. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use this stray guy here as its new apex. So if we turn him this way, this guy will be gone. This entire branch I'm going to take off. I'm going to leave this little one here, and where this wire is, I'm actually going to take this wire down to, if you can see it, down to where it branches here. And we're going to leave the branch that my hand is on. We're going to take the branch that this wire is on off, and we're going to extend that wire to this elongated branch, which will be its new apex, and pull it upwards and wrap it more circular around so that it goes up and around. And like I said, this back one here will be completely gone. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so let's get the cigarette pack back over here and prop you back up, and hopefully you can see. I don't got it right. Whoops, sorry about that. Everybody look at the sky. All right, there we go. Now for this branch, yeah, you can kind of see it. Yep. All right, good. For this branch, we do have to use a bigger pair of scissors, and then we will close it up and clean it afterwards. So here we go. Cut this guy flush. Yeah, I know, I cringe every time I cut him too. And you'll be able to see there is I don't know if it's gonna focus for you. Probably not.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, there it is. You can see how it's starting to sap white. That's the rubber. And of course, I do have my handy dandy little towel here to make a band-aid. So I just take the water bottle. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. We're just wetting the rag. And we're gonna wrap this around here. And then we're just gonna put it right on top of that wound and just kind of tuck it a hair. Oops, we're losing rocks. So there's your first cut. And now I will, what are we doing? We're looking at the, all right, so there's the first cut. And now we're going to hopefully get this to stand up here so you can watch as I unwire the present apex. And we just slowly and surely unravel it. And this is not the appropriate way to wire your trees. These are not, this tree is actually not established to the point where I can wire it properly, so I wire it this way just to give it form and movement and keep it going. And it looks like I got a little critter there, so I'll have to definitely watch that. Here comes our next big cut, everybody. And we're gonna lop this off. Right there. There's our next cut. You can see we just lost our apex. But don't worry, it's all right. We're going to go ahead and we're gonna wrap this wire before we go ahead and pursue with putting a band-aid on it, just because I want to get a good structure around. Make sure that it's not rubbing up against any of the leaf nodes. You can see I'm bringing it around the leaf node. Pinch it together here. And then we come over this leaf node here and around like so. And that's all we're gonna do. And then we're gonna just stand him up. So now we have a new apex. And we're gonna go ahead and give him a band-aid quick. I'll show you this way. You can see where he's bleeding. And that's actually rubber. It's extremely sticky. So let's get a band-aid pulled off here. And that was a pretty decent sized cut. So I want to make sure that I got a good enough size band-aid to cover that. Again, the whole reason that I'm putting a band-aid on this is to stop it from leaking. And when you stop it from leaking, then it will start to heal, but it will also prevent parasites from going ahead and attacking your tree and causing disease. And here is the front. I'll grab you up here and show you the front of the tree. Here, we'll move it this way so you get more of a view, because the cup gives you more. And you can see how he's got great movement. And then we just pulled the apex up. And we'll let that grow for a while. And then once it gets a little bit bigger, then we'll go ahead and we'll prune these side branches. I call these side branches that I left. Those are kind of like your sacrifice branches. If for whatever reason I decide to change my mind and I want this tree to stop the curvature here, I can use this as its apex and lop the rest of the tree off. Or I can use this back one and lop it off. But I'm trying to get some really good movement, and a couple of these I'm actually going to have swirl into a circle so that it'll hold a healing crystal. And so this is pruning on bonsai number 2. No, they do not have names yet. I'm still looking for names, so if anybody has any names for them, leave it in the comments, and we'll go ahead and start naming these guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this and learned something. Make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, you are someone, you do matter. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Ciao now.